What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Man, if you watched my live stream earlier, I did a mystery pack opening where I went over this eBay listing that shows this Trout card, this Vlad Jr. card, 1 in 5 get these PSA listed cards. They had a couple of them in the actual listing, and I didn't not only get any of them, I got different PSA cards. So I do this live, and at the end, I'm a bit perturbed, and I write to the guy, and believe it or not, think what you want of me, I genuinely do try to be as fair with people as possible. So I know at this point he's taking advantage of me. And I write him just a quick message. Don't even mention, he mentions YouTube, interestingly enough. We'll get into that. This is a crazy sequence. I say, listen, I'm going to give you an opportunity to make this right and be honest. Since we both know the listing wasn't, you tell me how you want to go forward. This was his opportunity to come clean. And instead he says to me things that make no sense. He's like, you're going to need to be specific about the issues. I'll give you a refund if you return it to me in the same condition you received it, which is improbable. If I opened it to not be satisfied, how can I return it in the same condition, right? I can't return something that I've already been deceived by. So I go on to tell him, listen, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I bought 16 of the 20 lots you had up. You mentioned there would be you'd mentioned there'd be autos and hobby packs. I just didn't happen to get any of them, right? The other listings got them all, right? But you listed a Vlad Jr., Trout, Biggio, and Clemens PSA cards, and they weren't there. He responds to me, and he says, I had 30 total units listed. You bought 16. A Chasers included 1 of 5. You should have received 3, but not all the Chasers were listed in the description. Go back and look at my feedback. And at this point, I said, wait a second. So you add 30 units, but you listed 20. Because then the math doesn't actually even add up. If 1 in 5 has a chaser and you have 30, that means 1 in 6 got a chaser. But if you're telling me that you had 8 chasers, including the 3 cards that I have and the ones that you listed, then 1 in 4 would have got a chaser. So he's kind of going back and changing the listing. And it just, at this point, I was starting to get really perturbed. Because all I'm asking him at the end of this is, tell me the cards that I got. You tell me you created these packs. You tell me what the other mystery cards were that I have. Because he can't tell me for whatever reason. This is when things get off the frame. He says to me, I don't know what packs you got. I don't know what cards you got. I didn't cherry pick them. 1 in 5 should have had a graded card. You got a good deal. I don't know what you got, but I know that you got a good deal. And I had a YouTube channel open for the packs, J&G Collectibles. Go check it out. You can return them if you haven't opened them, which, again, I mean, we know that's irrational. So I go over to this kid's page, and it is a kid. And lo and behold, there's the cards that I opened, right? And there's the packs exactly like I received. And this kid has 4 of them. And guess what? In these 4 packs, he has a hobby pack, but no autos and no graded cards. So now I'm more frustrated that this guy is taking advantage of this kid. So I write him back and I say, listen, this kid opened 4 packs and all he got was a Jeter card that you had in a screw down that wasn't even the listing. So now I've seen 20 of the 30 packs or however many there were opened, not a single auto, 19 retail packs, 0 chasers. And you still can't tell me what cards I opened. And then I told him, listen, if you're going to take advantage of people, that's fine. I don't care, but that's a kid on that channel. I said, so if you want to make this right, here's an SGA Vlad Jr. 9. Give me $30 toward it, and we'll call it a day. That was one of the chasers. And refund the kid his money because you took advantage of him, which means more than taking advantage of me. Kids are the future of the hobby. So he responds, I gave those packs to that kid for free. I'm not going to refund anything. You got more value than you purchased, even though he doesn't know. Then he goes on to say opening is a chance. That everything, has this inherent risk. And I responded to him like, what was the point of the video? You wanted to show me you had a satisfied customer, but you gave him the packs for free to promote it on his YouTube channel. He shows the exact listing, by the way. The cards change, but it's the exact listing. And I told him, listen, eBay sees these messages, PayPal sees these messages. He knows that I can't send them back. This guy refused to be honest at every step. And everyone that watched my video knows what he did. For him to sit there and say that opening these packs was just chance is irrelevant, right? He promoted these. There's no chance when you tell someone, hey, here's what's included. And then he can't even tell me through the entire conversation what I've opened, what he sold me, but he's going to sit there and tell me the value I received. This is why, part of the reason people hate this hobby, because there's people like this out there that will find any way to take advantage of you and then not even be able to justify how they did it or even attempt to make it right. And in fairness, him trying to make this right, in my opinion, made it worse, because all it did is show me is he was using this unsuspecting child to promote his product, which he knew wasn't even going to be fulfilling the obligations they had in the listing. And when he sold me cards that were different than what were included, he couldn't even tell me what I could have gotten. He should have been able to list every one of those chasers and said, hey, I don't know what card you got, but I can show you the cards you could have gotten. So if you ever see this guy on eBay, you ever see somebody promoting him on YouTube, I would be leery based on the interaction me and this guy had and the product that I opened today live. And that's why I like to open some of them live, because you can't go back and say anything happened that didn't happen. I opened that box in front of you and you guys saw everything that came out of it. Love to know your guys' thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking out. And as long as there's people doing this on eBay or making a poor video game, I'll be back as soon as I can.